If you guys have been following my content lately, you know I talked about Kelly Oubre Jr. a lot in pretty much all of my recent videos. Out of all the options, a sign and trade is definitely the best solution we have if we want to get something back from him. As I mentioned earlier, the Warriors gave up a conditional first round pick and a second round pick in order to acquire him, so it would be a huge waste if we just let him walk. This year, Oubre is able to average 15.4 points, 6 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1 steal per game, so that means he definitely has some trade value in the market. I was reading some online articles and I found a really cool one. It's from Blue Man Hoop and it talked about 7 potential Oubre sign and trade packages, and it will give you guys some of my own takes on only 5 of those since the other 2 don't make a lot of sense. The link of the article is in the description down below just in case if you guys want to check that out. And with that being said, let's roll the intro.
Hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match.
Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with another video, and if it's your first time watching, I do multiple NBA videos on a weekly basis, so don't forget to leave that subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and you'll be the first one if you see more awesome videos, just like this. So without wasting more time, let's get right into the video. The first trade is with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Warriors will receive Dylan Windler and Cedi Osman, and the Cavaliers will receive Kelly Oubre Jr. For the Cavaliers, they have a really promising backcourt with Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, and Isaac Okoro. They also have a solid veteran frontcourt with Kevin Love and Larry Nance Jr. The addition of Oubre can easily connect these two groups. At the same time, Oubre's defense on the perimeter and in the post can easily improve the Cavaliers' defense overall. For the Warriors, Cedi Osman and Dylan Windler obviously are not starting caliber players, but they're a solid bench player. We know the Warriors are really thin when it comes to depth at the small forward position. Since both Osman and Windler play small forward, it will easily add more depth at the position behind Andrew Wiggins. The second trade is with the Orlando Magic. The Warriors will receive Mo Bamba and Michael Carter-Williams, and the Magic will receive Kelly Oubre Jr. For the Magic, their starting small forward Otto Porter's contract is over, and with the fact that Oubre is only 25 years old, it can be a solid replacement. And for Golden State, I think this trade is perfect. Mo Bamba had a career this year, even though there is a dominance of Nikola Vucevic before the trade deadline. This year, Bamba is able to average 8 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks, shooting 32.2% from the arc. Now, we have no idea how Wiseman will play next year, so having him play like Bamba will make things much better. On the other hand, Carter-Williams is one more solid piece that we can add more depth as the Warriors bring him in. Even though his stats started to dip since his rookie year, he is really a solid player, averaging 8.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists this year. It seems like Jordan Poole and Damian Lee are securing their spots behind Steph and Clay. Adding Michael Carter-Williams will be a solid pickup, especially with his 8 years of veteran experience in the league. The third trade we have is with the San Antonio Spurs. The Warriors will receive Jacob Portal and Keldon Johnson, and the Spurs will receive Kelly Oubre Jr. For the Spurs, they have a young and promising backcourt with DeJounte Murray, Derek White, Looney Walker, and their new lottery pick, Devin Vassell. As of right now, it looks like DeMar DeRozan will not be part of the Spurs team in the future, so having Oubre as a replacement can be a great solution. For the Warriors, adding Porter and Keldon Johnson easily add more depth on this team. Porter this year is able to average 8.6 points, 7.9 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.9 blocks, which are all career high. Putting Porter next to James Wiseman will make the Warriors center group more complex. As for Keldon Johnson, who was a first round pick last year, can be a great backup for Klay Thompson. This year, Johnson is able to average 12.8 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.8 assists, shooting 33% from the arc. Since we don't know how Klay will perform next year, and with the fact that Johnson is only 21 years old, this move secures both the present and the future. The fourth trade we have is with the Atlanta Hawks. The Warriors will receive DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, and the Hawks will receive Kelly Oubre Jr. Now we know the Hawks probably will not be able to keep John Collins, so an athletic Kelly Oubre Jr. can be the solution. Let's be real here, this Hawks team is filled with talent. They have a star backcourt of Trae Young and Bogdan Bogdanovic. The newly acquired Clint Capella and Danilo Gallinari are also promising, but they lack a prominent small forward, so once again Oubre makes sense for the Hawks. For the Warriors, we need a lot of depth at the small forward and power forward position, and because Reddish and Hunter can play both, it can be a great thing for the Warriors. For Cam Reddish, his seaboard averaged 11.2 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. On the other hand, Hunter is able to average 15 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. If this trade actually happens, I would not be surprised if the Warriors trade away Andrew Wiggins right afterwards. And the fifth trade is with the New York Knicks. The Warriors will receive a first-round pick and Kevin Knox, and the Knicks will receive Kelly Oubre Jr. To be honest, I think this one is my favorite trade. For the Warriors, that's just some basic math right here. It took us a first-round pick and a second-round pick to get Oubre, and now we're getting a first-round pick back and a solid player. So that basically means that we got Kevin Knox for a second-round pick. Now, Knox's number dipped a lot this year because he did not get that much playing time, but I see a lot of potential in him from his rookie year, as he was averaging 12.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.1 assists, shooting 30 numbers from the arc. Now with Oubre gone, Knox can be a solid backup for Andrew Wiggins, plus Knox's contract is way more cost friendly. For the Knicks, this is the big one. Their backcourt, which is filled with Derrick Rose and RJ Barrett, have both the veteran experience and the young talent. And with that mentioned, we know how amazing Julius Randle is, except in the playoffs obviously. At the same time, they also have their young promising center, Mitch Robinson. With the addition of Oubre, the Knicks will have a starting five with Derrick Rose, RJ Barrett, Kelly Oubre Jr., Julius Randle, and Mitch Robinson. And to me, this starting five can definitely have a deeper playoff run unlike the first round exit they faced this year. Alright guys, so this wraps up the video. Comment down below your favorite trade package out of these 5. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a subscribe and follow me on social media with all the link in the description down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.